Anniversary is here and King Mog is feeling generous, so let's make sure to mooch off of him as much as possible, okay? So King Mog is now giving away equipment that can be exchanged at the rate of 1 ticket per item. This is actually incredible, considering the fact that we'll get 1 ticket every day, so long as we complete 1 daily event quest. To exchange for the equipment, all you have to do is enter the vortex and head to the Moogle realm, where you go to the big castle in the center and up the stairs to meet King Mog. And so, with that the big question on everyone's mind is, should I spend 10,000 lapis to summon 11 rainbows? Then after that the next question is probably wondering which equipment you should get. I'm fairly certain that not everyone is aware of the Omniprism bundle yet, so let's tackle the equipment first. All of the equipment here happens to be equipment that are only available during events. How do I know this? Because I have most of these already. I think I even sold some of them in the past because I didn't think I needed them. Ooh, a Santa hat. With that said, there are quite a few diamonds hidden in this pile of, stuff, so don't just spend your tickets on whatever. So now just note the most important equipment that you should get. First place automatically goes to K Producer's Jacket, as its focus attention ability makes a unit 20% more likely to be targeted for an attack. The K Producer's Jacket allows players to easily achieve both 100% draw attack plus 100% evasion on a unit. Though not understood by newer players, when going against harder trials and dark visions, this piece is incredibly valuable. In dark visions, players will use a 100% draw attack and 100% evade build on someone like Sylvie, Lunafreya, or a non-attack buffer or breaker to maximize some of the highest scores achievable. It saves on building an actual provoke tank, as your buffer or breaker isn't someone who needs to worry about having a high stat in anything particular in the first place. Now for everything else. That's a lot of equipment and I'm a busy guy, so let's simplify it for your sake and mine. You should try to build towards something that will help you attain 100% draw attack plus 100% evasion on a unit. A general idea is to value draw attack gear, then evasion gear, then elemental resistance gear, elemental sets, and niche gear. So let's begin. Wrapped gift accessory gives a 20% provoke. Yellow balloon is an accessory that gives a weaker 15% provoke. So with that out of the way, let's proceed to evasion. Protective pendant is an accessory that boosts evasion against both physical and magic attacks by impressive 15%. Seductress armor is for female units only, but it boosts evasion by 10%. Jet black eye patch is a hat that gives 5% evasion. Dragon's destiny is a staff, and gladiator shield is a light shield that gives just about the same evasion. Moogle cape gives a 10% chance to dodge magic attacks, and eventually we may be able to find a use for 100% magic evade provoke tanks. Next, elemental resistance gear. There are a lot of them, so I recommend going for the highest resistance for whatever you need. Notable are equipment that gives a 30% boost in multiple resistances, like Crimson's Coat, Elven Gloves, Pyroglacial Defender, and Silver's Knight Gauntlet. Then, for pure elements, Ignatius Helm provides fire resistance, Imperial Martial Garb and Snow Gown can cover ice, and Pure White Robe defends against light. The Flak Shield provides a whopping 50% resistance against water attacks, though it decreases a unit's resistance against fire attacks by 50% as a trade-off. The Water Priestess's Choker also exists if you just want a 30% resistance without any trade-offs. For wind, there's the Skullplate Helm and Chocobo Reins, but the Chocobo armor gives 50% resistance without any drawbacks, so prioritize that. There's also some 20% elemental resistance equipment, and I'll cover that quickly. Angel Wand protects against light, Army Shield provides lightning resistance, Crimson Empress provides resistance against fire, earth, and dark at the same time, and Microchew Cap provides both wind and earth resistance. Red Mittens exists if you want to give some kind of boost to Crimson's Coat. Now for the armor sets. They all specialize in different things, but you eventually switch them out for something better. Ashen set provides light resistance and raises a unit's defensive utility. The Darkness set provides dark resistance and raises a unit's hybrid damage. The Elegant set raises ice resistance and might actually be useful if Gumi ever releases a strong summoner. The Festive set is suited for a healer and provides wind resistance. The Firefox set boosts fire resistance and is actually stronger than the Darkness set. The Tectonic set boosts earth resistance and the unit's attack and spirit, which, admittedly, is a bit of a strange pairing. Now for the niche items. These equipment are no doubt useful, but they're better suited for trials and dark visions rather than general content. Chocobo Rider's Dagger has a Beast Killer. Dragon's Roar provides Dragon Killer. Hidden Chains has a Plant Killer. Sledge Tonfa has Man Eater, but it's a two-handed fist weapon, so keep that in mind. Concealing Cloth lets any unit use Hide, which is valuable for certain key strategies. Gatling Arm actually provides a limit burst damage boost, but it's a two-handed gun, so keep that in mind as well. Now Baroda is a hack that provides a partial foe status ailment nullification effect. Its stats provide further incentive to get it. Metal Greaves is good for jump finishers like Sid, though there is better equipment that's notably locked behind Trustmaster rewards or Super Trustmaster rewards. Succubus's Satchel provides a nifty effect that's only usable for a Halloween limited time unit named Lilith. I'm planning on getting 4 more copies of her to throw in Arena. Elemental weapons are always worth getting, especially if you don't have a way to use certain elements during dark visions. Asterisk is a two-handed lightning greatsword. Astroblade is a two-handed light hybrid sword. Bag of Toys is a two-handed ice mace. Beast Hammer is a fire hammer. Dread Reaper Scythe is a dark lance, but it's incredibly weak. Explosive Spear Blast Off is a lightning spear. Fireplace Poker is a fire spear. Gaia Blade is a earth sword. And Gale Rod is a wind rod. Haunted Blaster is a dark gun, and Imperial Fanblade is a strong light staff. Lion's Saber is a rare dual-element weapon, though that's really a double-edged sword sometimes. Miko's Kohei is a water rod that can make anyone chain with Chaos Wave. Organix is a dark greatsword. Priceless Egg is a earth throwing weapon. Can you imagine lobbing this at someone? Scout Blade is a wind dagger. Twin Fangs is a water spear. Unholy Grimoire is a dark staff. Water Dragon is a two-handed water katana that can let anyone chain with Bolting Strike. Water Drake's Rod is a water rod. And finally, Wolf Claws is a two-handed dark fist, with a built-in Reaper Killer. Finally, that was a lot, so let's sum it up here. The K-Producer's Jacket provides an important provoke skill, but you will never need more than 1 copy of it. If you can't yet build a unit to 100% evasion, make sure you pick up some evasion items. Magic evasion may become important, but I don't actually know that for a fact, so keep that in the back of your mind. Elemental resistance and weapons are on a need-buy basis, so that's really up to you. But in all seriousness, I think it's a good idea to cover all of your bases in this regard, so you can be fully prepared for anything. You definitely need 100% resistance against certain elements to fend off any preemptive attacks during certain trials. The armor sets are available through current trials, though exchanging them now will save you a lot of time and effort. And while killers are useful, you have to really think about which ones you absolutely need. It's not like we can exchange for all of them. Elemental weapons and killers are the items that I will personally invest in, but that's mostly because I'm covered for everything else. Asterisk, Water Dragon, Imperial Fanblade, and Wolf Claws are strong elemental weapons worth considering, especially for beginner players. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Comment below if there's any other notable equipment I missed, and feel free to ask any questions that you may have.